5.1. Next, problem number 27. Discuss the continuity of the cosine, cosecant, secant and cotangent functions. Cosine means cos, cosecant means cosec, secant means sec, cotangent means cot. So now first we are going to discuss about cosine. Discuss the continuity of the cosine. Cosine means cos function. So if you observe the graph of cos function, to draw the graph, you no need to lift the pen. You no need to lift the pen. It is a continuous function. Therefore, cos x function is f of x is continuous everywhere. F of x is equal to cos x is continuous everywhere. This is continuous function everywhere. Next, if you observe this second graph, cosecant graph. This is a graph of the cosecant function. So observe the waves. This is the wave, and this graph is, if you observe this is coming from minus infinity to minus infinity up to minus 1. It reached again after minus 1. It is going towards infinity. Again going towards to infinity. Again at 0, it is infinity, because cosec 0 is infinity. Cosec 0 is infinity, and it is reaching to 1 at 90. Cosec 90 is 1, and after 90 again it will approach to infinity. Next, at 180 it is infinity, and it is approaching to minus 1, and again it is going to plus infinity. If you observe these three peaks, it is infinity. This cosecant is infinity. It is approaching to infinity at minus 180 and 0. Next, at 0 at pi. At pi it is going towards infinity. At again 2 pi it is going to infinity. Minus pi 0, minus pi 0. Next pi. Next 2 pi. That means this function is not defined. Where you are lifting the pen? Between minus pi to y axis. That means x equal to 0, no need to lift the pen. Between x equal to 0 to x equal to pi, you no need to lift the pen. Where you are lifting the pen? At minus pi 0, at minus pi 0, again 0 to pi continuous. At pi again you are lifting the pen to draw the graph. That's why this graph is discontinuous at minus pi, plus 2 pi, minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi. That means x, if x is equal to n pi, either it may be where n belongs to integers, either it may be 1 pi or 2 pi or 3 pi or minus 1 pi or minus 2 pi, this graph is discontinuous. At x equal to n pi, f of x is equal to cosecant x is discontinuous. Next, if you observe the cosecant graph, at minus 90 it is going towards infinity. Secant 180 is minus 0. Next, secant 90 is infinity. Again, secant minus of 90 is infinity. Secant 0 is 1, and again it is going towards infinity at pi by 2. So where it is going approaching to infinity? At minus 90, at plus 90. Next, at plus 90 it is infinity, and again it is approaching to minus 1, and again it is going towards to infinity at 3 pi by 2. So at minus pi by 2 it is infinity. Minus at pi by 2 it is infinity. At pi by 2 again it is going towards infinity. At pi by 2 it is infinity. At 3 pi by 2 it is infinity. That means f of x equal to secant x is discontinuous at x is equal to, see, at minus infinity up to minus infinity, you no need to lift the pen. After minus, from minus infinity to plus infinity it is going. So infinity to infinity it is going. So between minus 90 to plus 90 you no need to lift the pen. Between plus 90 to plus 3 pi by 2 you no need to lift the pen. At 3 pi by 2, next 5 pi by 2 you no need to lift the pen. That means where you are lifting the pen, at minus 90, at plus 90, at 3 pi by 2, at minus 90, at plus 90, at 3 pi by 2. That means minus 1 plus 3 means they are odd numbers. So that means f of x equal to secant x is discontinuous at x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, where n belongs to z. Secant x is discontinuous at, if n is 0, pi by 2. If n is 1, 3 pi by 2. If n is minus 1, minus pi by 2. That means this function is discontinuous at x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Next, if you observe the cotangent between minus 180 to 0, you no need to lift the pen. Again, minus pi by 2 to 0, you no need to lift the pen. Again, 0 to 180, you no need to lift the pen. Next, at 180 again you are lifting the pen and again you are drawing the graph. That means between pi to 2 pi you no need to lift the pen. That means minus pi, 0 pi, 2 pi. This graph is discontinuous. Therefore, f of x equal to cot x. Cot x is discontinuous at x equal to n pi, where n belongs to z. Second problem, 23rd. Find all points of discontinuity of f where f of x equal to sin x by x if x is less than 0. Given f of x is equal to sin x by x if x less than 0, x plus 1 if x greater than or equal to 0. So here if x less than 0, same function, always you have sin x by x only. If x greater than 0, x plus 1, same function is there. After 0, only one function. Before 0, one function. That means you need to check the continuity at x equal to 0. If at x equal to 0, left hand limit x tends to 0 minus f of x. Limit x tends to 0 minus f of x. What is f of x? When x is less than 0, f of x is sin x by x. In first year in limits already you proved limit x tends to 0, sin x by x value is how much? 1. So this is 1. Next, right hand limit x tends to 0 plus f of x. Limit x tends to 0 plus, what is f of x? 0 plus means greater than 0. What is f of x? X plus 1. 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. LHL is equal to RHL. Therefore, f of x is continuous everywhere. F of x is continuous everywhere. Here, f of x, left hand side of x is only one function is there. Right side of x only one function is there. Right side is continuous, left side is continuous. That's why you need to check the continuity at x equal to 0. Find LHL and RHL. If they are equal, it is continuous everywhere. Next problem. Determine if f defined by f of x equal to x square into sin 1 by x. If x not equal to 0, if x equal to 0 is continuous function. Next, f of x equal to x square sin 1 by x. If x not equal to 0, 0 if x equal to 0. Find left hand limit x tends to 0 minus means x not equal to 0. 0 minus means x not equal to 0. If x not equal to 0, then what is the function? X square into f of x. F of x. Limit x tends to 0 minus f of x is x square into sine of 1 by x. Sine of 1 by x. Put x equal to 0. If x is 0, 0 square means 0 into sine of minus 1 by 0 means sine of minus infinity. Sine of minus infinity. Since range of sin x is minus 1 to plus 1. So whatever may be the domain, either it may be minus infinity or plus infinity, whatever may be the angle, you will get the value between minus 1 to 1. Sine function value always you will get minus 1 to 1. That means 0 into some finite value. 0 into some finite value. Therefore this is 0. Left hand limit is 0. Next, right hand limit. Right hand limit. Limit x tends to 0 plus f of x. Limit x tends to 0 plus 0 plus means x not equal to 0. Then what is f of x? X square into sine of 1 by x. 0 into sine of 1 by 0. Sine of 1 by 0 means 0 into sine of infinity. Sine of infinity also lies between, what is the range of sin x? Minus 1 to 1. That means 0 into some finite value. 0 into some finite value is always equal to 0. Therefore LHL is 0. RHL, right hand limit is also 0. And what is f of 0 value? F of x is 0 when x is 0. If x is 0, that means f of 0 value is how much? 0. Therefore LHL equal to RHL equal to f of 0. Therefore f of x is continuous. F of x is continuous at x equal to 0. Continuous at x equal to 0. Next problem. Examine the continuity of f where f defined by f of x equal to sin x minus cos x if x not equal to 0, minus 1 if x equal to 0. This is the given function. So where you need to check the continuity at x equal to 0. At x equal to 0. First to find left hand limit. Continuity means we have to find LHL and RHL. Left hand limit at x equal to 0 means 0 minus f of x. Limit x tends to 0 minus, what is f of x? 0 minus means x not equal to 0. Approximately equal to 0 but not equal to 0. So if x is not equal to 0, function is sin x minus cos x. X value is approximately equal to 0. Substitute here. 0 minus cos 0 is 1. Minus 1. Next, right hand limit. Limit x tends to 0 plus f of x. So limit x tends to 0 plus f of x is sin x minus cos x only, because x is 0 plus means not equal to 0. 0 plus means just greater than 0. Just greater than 0 means not equal to 0. Not equal to 0 means function is sin x minus cos x. So put x equal to 0. This is approximately 0. That's why I am substituting 0. Sin 0, 0 minus cos 0 is minus 1. Therefore LHL is minus 1. RHL is also minus 1. Left hand limit equal to right hand limit. And this is equal to f of 0. Therefore f of x is continuous everywhere. Continuous everywhere. Next, find the values of k. Find the values of k so that the function is continuous at the indicated point. Which point? Pi by 2. What is the indicated point here? At x equal to pi by 2. That's why you need to take at x equal to pi by 2. How to check? This is a continuous function. Continuous function means LHL is equal to RHL. So at every indicated point it is continuous, means first take LHL. Find LHL. Limit x tends to pi by 2 minus. Limit x tends to pi by 2 minus. Pi by 2 minus means this is not equal to pi by 2. Pi by 2 minus means not equal to pi by 2. Then which function we have to take? K cos x by limit x tends to pi by 2 minus k cos x by pi minus 2x, pi minus 2x, limit x tends to pi by 2 minus k into cos x means we can write like this, sin 90 minus x, sin 90 minus x by, take 2 common in denominator. If you take 2 common, you will get pi by 2 minus x. Here k by 2 is constant. If k by 2 is constant, write k by 2 before the limit. K by 2 into limit x tends to pi by 2 minus sin of pi by 2 minus x by pi by 2 minus x, pi by 2 minus x. Next, if x is approaching to pi by 2 minus, then x minus pi by 2 minus approaching to how much? 0. Then x is approaching to, here x is approaching to how much? X is approaching to pi by 2 minus means x minus pi by 2 approaching to 0. So next, similarly pi by 2 minus x approaching to how much? 0. So if x is approaching to minus, then pi by 2 minus x approaching to how much? 0. So k by 2 into limit x tends to pi by 2 minus x is approaching to, x tends to pi by 2 minus, then this is sin of 90 pi by 2. Instead of x is approaching to pi by 2 minus, we can write it as pi by 2 minus x approaching to 0. Sin of pi by 2 minus x by pi by 2 minus x, pi by 2 minus x. Next, see, we in first year we have one formula in limits. Limit x tends to 0 by sin x by x is equal to how much? 1. X. If x is there, then you will get 1. Pi by 2 minus x, pi by 2 minus x, pi by 2 minus x is there. So what is the value of this limit? 1. K by 2 into 1 is k by 2. Similarly, right hand limit. Right hand limit means limit x is approaching to pi by 2 plus pi by 2 plus f of x. Limit x is approaching to pi by 2 plus, what is f of x? Pi by 2 plus means x not equal to pi by 2. Then what is the function? K cos x by pi by 2 minus pi by 2 minus x, sorry, pi minus 2x. Pi minus 2x. If you simplify this function, same as this only. So instead of minus, you will get plus. This is only the difference. In the remove minus, right, plus in every step. Then right hand limit also you will get k by 2 into 1. K by 2. Here what is given condition? Given f of x is continuous. F of x is continuous at x equal to pi by 2. At x equal to pi by 2. Therefore, left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to f of pi by 2. What is left hand limit? K by 2. What is right hand limit? K by 2 is equal to f of pi by 2. What is f of pi by 2 value? 3. So k by 2 is equal to 3. K is equal to 6. This is the value of k. Next problem. 27 also same. 26, 27, 28, 29 all problems are similar model. Find the values of k. In every problem you need to find the value of k so that the function is continuous at the indicated point. Which point is indicated? X equal to pi. At x equal to pi. So for every problem you need to take left hand limit and right hand limit from 26 to 29. Left hand limit is limit x tends to pi minus f of x, limit x tends to pi minus f of x. What is f of x? Pi minus means x less than 0, x less than pi. Pi minus means x less than pi. If x is less than pi, f of x is kx plus 1. What is x value here? Approaching to pi minus. That means approximately equal to pi. So replace x with pi, k pi plus 1. Next, RHL, right hand limit. Limit x tends to pi plus f of x. Limit x tends to pi plus f of x is how much? Pi plus means greater than pi. If x is greater than pi, cos function is cos x. If x is greater than pi, f of x, how much we need to replace? Cos x. Cos of pi. Cos pi value is minus 1. Given f of x is continuous at x equal to pi. X equal to pi. The given function is continuous. Here condition is given, it's a continuous function. Therefore, LHL is equal to RHL. Left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. What is left hand limit? K pi plus 1 is equal to minus 1. Right hand limit is minus 1. So k pi is equal to minus 2. If you send plus 1 to the right hand side, k pi is equal to minus 2. So k is equal to minus 2 by pi. This is the value of k. Find the values of a and b. So what is a, what is b, such that the function defined by f of x equal to 5 if x less than or equal to 2, ax plus b if 2 less than x less than 10, 21 if x greater than or equal to 10. X less than 2 function is 5. Between 2 to 10 function is ax plus b. After 10 function is 21. After 10, 11, 12 up to infinity function is not changing. Before 2 also, less than 2 also function is same 5. Between 2 to 10 function is ax plus b. Between 2 to 10 also function is not changing. Less than 2 is function is not changing. After 10 function is not changing. Where the functions are changing? At 2. At 2 function is changing, and similarly at 10. At 10 function is changing. That's why you need to check the continuity at x equal to 2 and at x equal to 10. So at x equal to 2, first I am taking left hand limit. Limit x tends to 2 minus f of x. Limit x tends to 2 minus, what is f of x? 2 minus means less than 2. What is f of x? 5. F of x is 5. 5 means constant function, so it's a constant only always. Right hand limit. Next, right hand limit. Limit x tends to 2 plus f of x. Limit x tends to 2 plus, what is f of x? F of x is 2 plus means greater than 2. 2 less than x means nothing but x greater than 2. 2 less than x means x greater than 2. X greater than 2 means x is 2 plus. X is approaching to 2 plus. Then which function we need to take? Ax plus b. So x value is approaching to how much? Approximately equal to 2. So substitute 2 here. 2a plus b. 2a plus b. Given this function is continuous. This function is continuous. It is a continuous function. It's a continuous function. Given function is continuous function. Therefore, LHL is equal to RHL. LHL is equal to RHL. So 5 is equal to 2a plus b. 5 is equal to 2a plus b. This is equation number 1. Next, at x is equal to 2, function is changing. B less than 2, 5 is there. After 2, ax plus b is there. Similarly, between 2 to 10, function is not changing. Again between 10 at 10 again function is changing. That's why you need to take the continuity at x equal to 10. Limit x tends to 10 minus f of x. Limit x tends to 10 minus, what is f of x? 10 minus means less than 10. If x is less than 10, function is ax plus b. Ax plus b, x value is 10. 10a plus b. Next, this is left hand limit. Left hand limit. Next, a limit x tends to 10 plus f of x. Limit x tends to 10 plus means greater than 10. If x is greater than 10, function is 21. So this is 21 and this is right hand limit. Therefore, given function is f of x is continuous function. Therefore, f of x is here given. F of x is given. F of x is continuous. F of x is continuous function. Therefore, LHL is equal to RHL. Left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. Left hand limit is 10a plus b is equal to right hand limit is 21. This is equation number 2. Solving 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2. What is first equation? 2a plus b is equal to 5. Equation number 2 is 10a plus b is equal to 21. Minus if you subtract, minus 8a is equal to minus 16. Therefore, a is equal to 2. If a is 2, substitute here. 10a, 10 into 2. Put a in 2. Then this is 20. 20 plus b. 20 plus b is equal to 21. b is equal to 1. So b is equal to 1. A is equal to 2. Next, note. Suppose f and g are two real valued functions. Two functions are there such that f circle g. F circle g means it's called as composite function. So one function lies within the another function, then it is called composite function. Suppose if you take sine of log x. Here logarithmic function, trigonometric function. Two functions are there. So one function lies inside of another function. So inside trigonometric function, logarithm is there. Such type of functions are called composite functions. Composite function. Suppose f and g are two functions such that f circle g is defined at c. F circle g is defined at some point c. At point c, if g is defined at point c and if f is continuous at g of c, then f circle g is continuous at c. G is defined at point c and f is continuous at g of c, then f circle g is called as continuous at point c. Next, show that the function f defined by f of x equal to cos of x square is continuous functions. Here two functions are there. Cos is there, x square is there. Cos is trigonometric function, x square is algebraic function. So let I am taking two functions. G of x is equal to cos x. G of x equal to cos x, comma h of x is equal to x square. H of x is equal to x square. This is called composite function because trigonometric, algebraic, two functions are there. Next, if you observe this is equal to always, function is always equal to y. So if you observe this function, this is a upward parabola. X square equal to 4ay means it's a upward parabola. It is continuous everywhere. If it is continuous everywhere, then g of x, we will check g circle h of x. G circle h of x. G of h of x. G of h of x. H of x means x square. X square. So g of x, h of x is x square. Since x square is continuous everywhere because it's upward parabola. Upward parabola means there is no break. You can draw this graph without lifting the pen. Therefore, this is a continuous function. So if it is continuous at every point, then g according to the above note, if x square is continuous at the point c, then g of c is also continuous. G circle g of c is also continuous everywhere. Then this function composite function is continuous everywhere. Now this is g of x square. G of x square. G of x is cos x, means g of x square is cos of x square. Now if you observe this, cos function is also continuous function. There is no break. There is no break. If you draw a cos graph, you don't get any break. So that means it will also continuously. It is also a continuous function. Therefore, if h of x is continuous and cos of x square, g circle h of x means cos of x square is also continuous, then this f of x is equal to g circle h of x is also continuous everywhere. So first function is continuous everywhere, then after taking the composite function is also continuous everywhere, then f of x equal to cos x square is also called as continuous everywhere. Similarly, you can solve next two problems, 32 and 33. 32 and 33 also same. Split this function into two parts, two functions, and again take g circle h of x, solve in the same method. Problem number 34 and problem number 21st. Problem number 34 and problem number 21st both are same. Mod x is continuous function. Similarly, mod of x minus 1 is also a continuous function. If you add two continuous functions or if you subtract two continuous functions, always you will get a continuous function. Problem number 21st and problem number 34 both are similar.